Last night, the DOJ sent a team of federal agents to arrest me in the middle of the night for something that I had been doing for the last 30 years, and that is covering the news. The First Amendment of the Constitution protects that work for me and for countless of other journalists who do what I do. I stand with all of them, and I will not be silenced. I look forward to my day in court. Thank you all.
And it happened. Foresight said it was going to happen, and it happened. Either Don lacks foresight or he lacks insight. And this is why I'm here, right? Do I think these charges are ridiculous? Yes. 3 judges. They tried to get 3 judges on board. They turned it down. They said, nah, this ain't no case here, right? They turned it down. Now, however he did it, or however he got indicted, what judge, came on board with this administration, or they put that call in, yeah, listen, man. Yeah, get him. Yeah, he was saying bad stuff about Nicki Minaj. Yeah, get him. Did that do it? Did the Nicki Minaj thing, he questioning her, her Trump supporting, and she called him a blank sucker. You know what? You understand what I'm saying? And now that's good for him. Yo, listen. Don, you lack foresight. That's what this show is about. Listen, foresight, insight, and hindsight is very important. That's why I'm here. That's why we spread light on this. I wouldn't have went into no church. Can the church say amen? Amen. I wouldn't have went into no church and stormed no church. I wouldn't have been reporting in no church. I wouldn't have did that. That's a little too far for me, right? I got foresight. I would have said, nah, I ain't going in there breaking up no church. I'll wait for y'all outside and we'll catch the preacher outside. Now, was that journalism? Yes. Should it be a crime and charge? No. And if so, a slap on the wrist. What, trespassing, whatever? I don't know what they trying to charge him with, but it violates his First Amendment, right? And it brings a dangerous precedent on journalism. If I'm following the story, and then he interviewing the pastor for the pastor to say his meaning or say his side, isn't that journalism? What is the charge? I could tell you what the charge is. The charge is El Stupido, because that's what bro. And listen, out here in podcast world or internet world, I'm talking like I would talk to him if it was one of my peoples that did that. Hey, yo, bro. Hey, listen, bro. Yo, homie. That was the most stupid. You don't do that. You don't storm no church, man. You understand me? You don't be a part of that. You lack foresight, Don. And now, unfortunately, they're going to divert their attention from the protest. They needed you. They needed you or someone like you to take the attention off of what they're doing. Now they got what they want. Don Lemon, Don this, while they carry out their agenda. You see what happened when you lack foresight and insight? You lack insight. And they didn't just arrest you. I heard they got white boy Rick too, the white guy. You know what I'm saying? It's not funny, but because y'all gonna be all right. Y'all gonna be all right, man. This is like, oh my God, you gonna be all right. You gonna be all right. I can't see this going too much further. You understand what I'm saying, Don? But come on, man. Now you're the story. Don, I'm talking to you, Don. You lack insight, right? Now you're the focal point while they carry out the mischief in Minnesota. They wrecking havoc on that state, man. All because of the running mate or the vice president running mate to Kamala Harris. You understand what I'm saying? That's get that. That ain't got nothing to do with nothing. They just ruining that. They're going to ruin that state because of politics. You understand what I'm saying? Why go so hard in Minnesota and stay on one state like that? The foot on the neck. He got his foot on your neck. And ain't nobody can do nothing. That's what I'm saying. Ain't nobody can do nothing. Don, I don't have nothing against you. I don't know you. I think that these charges are ridiculous. It violates the First Amendment right? You're a journalist. You go live. You follow the story. Right? That has nothing to do with anything. Right? And what is the crime? Trespassing? I don't know. Anything else they try to put on you is corny. It's weak. It's a weak charge. But will that charge stick? Because you know who owns the courts. You know who owns the justice system at the moment. You know who put the Supreme Court judges in there. Come on, man. Come on, man. Wisen up. Wisen up. To all, and listen, to all the protesters out there, right? I know you're angry and I know you're upset, but we can't win like this. That going in there and protesting in the street and going up against ICE, they got their guns, they got guns, they got they general behind them that's saying, yo, you know what I mean? Anything moving. Just show of force, show of power. Anybody who don't get on one knee and kiss the ring, it's getting ran over. You understand what I'm saying? The way we win in Minnesota and all across the world is economically. Boycott something important to them economically. Boycott with your money. That's the only thing they respect. You understand me? The Wall Street Journal is their Bible. Boycott all the things that's important to all those Republicans, man. Boycott it. Without y'all, ain't nobody getting no money. You understand me? Threaten to vote all of them out. Let's send a message. Vote every Republican out of office. As I said before. Because this is injustice. And now check me out. Real talk. And I talk with passion. I talk about things that I'm passionate about. Listen to me. Why is it that y'all want to arrest the protesters in the church and bring on all these charges, but you can't arrest the people, the ICE agents that killing people over there? That killed Alex. That killed Nicole. We don't even know their names, man. I don't even know. They withheld the names. Huh? That's what make me upset. That's what make me upset. You want to charge and bring up and come in the middle of the night or come and with all your goons and take, oh, he charged the church. But what about taking innocent lives? You understand what I'm saying? What about bringing those charges on? Damn. Ugly out here. It's ugly. Do I agree with him storming the church? As I said, no. I would have never did nothing like that. I would have never stormed no place of worship. You're wrong in the court of public opinion. That's about it. Charges? But guess what? They might stick. they might stick, man. Those charges might stick. That's crazy. What's going on out here, people? That's crazy. Do y'all feel helpless? Because I know I do. And I ain't never felt that way. I always felt like, I just feel like it's time to just get low and lay low. Know what I mean? You got to know when to get low. You know what I'm saying? What do we do? What can we do about this situation now? Right? Do y'all feel like Don was wrong for storming the church? Are y'all upset? Yes, I understand. But are y'all upset? And I'm talking to the MAGA community, right? But are y'all upset when Alex lost his life and got shot in the back? Pow, pow, pow. Y'all saw that? It sent shivers through my body. It sent shivers through my body. Was y'all upset? How when Renee trying to get away, protesting when she got gunned down? Her family is without a mom, daughter. Y'all didn't want to bring no charges then, but y'all want to bring charges on interrupting the preacher while he's talking? The pastor while he's talking? Maybe because he's involved with helping ICE? But y'all bring charges on that? There's a sense of evilness in this world, is a sense of wickedness. Wicked, man. That man wicked. We got to lay low. We got to lay low. And Don, you're going to be all right. The public is with you on this one. You got a lot of supporters. And did Nicki Minaj, it's funny how soon as y'all go back and forth, did Nicki Minaj get him pinched? Did Nicki Minaj get him pinched after he went in on her? Right? And then she said the slurs on him. Next thing you know, got him. Got him. Wow. Wow. Things have changed. Things have changed. People have gotten worse. Decision makings have gotten worse. This is we need to rein this in. We need to bring this power back in. No one man should have all that power. You understand what I'm saying? You need foresight when you do things. You need to be able to see things and see the outcome before it happens and have an intuition. That's what foresight is, right? You need insight. You need to be able to see things happening while it's happening and be able to maneuver to put yourself in the right directions while it's happening. You understand what I'm saying? And that hindsight, all these 3 sights helps you. That's why I'm here. Tune in to me. Hear me out. Because I'm bringing stories with substance. We talking about things. Right? That's why I'm here. This 3 Sights podcast is a breath of fresh air. And you got to check the clothing out. Go to 3sights.com to get the merchandise, to get the clothing. Right? Limited time. Limited pieces. Specially made. When you cop a few, you ain't going to see anybody with it because I ain't going to keep them up there that long. 3sightsclothing.com. 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 Man. Don, you going to be all right. It was a foolish decision to do it. you lack a little bit of foresight on that one, and you lack some insight. And to the other ones that got pinched in there, they got arrested also, they're going to try to make y'all an example. And I pray that I don't have faith in the justice system, but I pray that the justice system is fair to y'all that got arrested. It was a bad decision to do it, but Don, you are a reporter. You just followed along. You had your opinion. Your First Amendment protects that, right? And you do journalism. So I'm waiting to see how this turns out, or if these charges even get dropped. But if they don't, that means that there's a power to be, that invisible hand that you got to fight. He got his foot on everybody's neck.